name is Kimia Andrew, and yes, you're welcome to share chapters again on botchpod.com. I remain yours truly. And of course, if you've not been here before, if this is your first time, well, on shared chapters, I'm letting you in on my life journey, on the lessons that I'm learning, and just hoping that as we are talking, as I'm letting you in on my story, you learn something that will help you move on ahead, something that will help you have a more swifter process, not make the same kind of mistakes that I made, not make the same kind of wrong decisions that I make, so that your process can be a lot more faster than mine. The essence of this is for me to share my journey so that you can learn and add to yours. Okay, in past episodes, I have mentioned how much I love animation, right? I love the world of fantasy. I live in my head a lot of the time. So I enjoy fantasy. I mean, I love fantasy. I love movies, books, stories so much that I think when I got to like 10, so I say early preteens, like not teens, preteens, I couldn't sleep. And for me to fall asleep, I would tell myself stories. So I would either reenact movies that I've watched and then change it up a bit, or from the movies that I've watched, I'll change up the entire storyline and make it my own, tell myself a story and sleep. Yes. I don't know why that sounds sad, but I basically told myself stories to fall asleep. So I love the world of fantasy. Now, this translated into me being an absolute romantic. I love romance. I absolutely love it. The downside, however, to this was the fact that I didn't know that I was an empath. I didn't know the attachments and the weight my emotions had on my personality. I didn't know that. I just thought I was a romantic. I just thought that I loved fantasy. I didn't think much about it, to be honest, right? But the problem started. The problem started when I started liking boys. Oh my God. So, a few months back, I had to have this conversation with myself. I tell myself the truth. I had gotten to a place where I let my emotions become idols in my life. No joke. I put my emotions on a pedestal and I made them in charge of my life. They were driving me. Whatever the situation was, I let my emotions drive me. On the other hand, my emotions did not want to be in control of my life. I forced it on them. I forced my emotions to be in charge. And until I sat down with myself and started facing all of these truths about what I am. I'm an empath. I feel deeply. I am my personality is very well attached. It's very well, should I say attached? Is it attached? Very well mixed up with my emotions. My emotions play a huge role in my personality, which is not bad. It only becomes bad when I make my emotions the driver in my life. So I had to come to a place where I had to face the facts. And in facing the facts, I had to go back. I had to go back to the beginning. How did I get here? How did I get to the place where my emotions were in charge? So I'm a quiet person, right? I'm very reclusive. I love being by myself. I'm an introvert. I love spending time with myself. And I have been through some things. I have been through some childhood trauma. And my emotions were my protection. They were my shield. I can remember a time when there was this girl growing up. My dad worked with an NGO, and we usually go for yearly family retreats. So on one of these retreats, I think I was either 8 or 9. I can't really remember, but I was young. There was this girl that was very mean to me, very mean. She was saying mean things to me, probably because, and I knew that what she was saying had to do with my status. I wasn't as rich. My dad wasn't as rich as her dad. So she was being mean, but I didn't hear what she was saying. My emotions basically blocked my ears. I did not hear anything she said. And there was this other girl. She was really nice. I can remember her name. Her name was Nisi. Her name is Nisi, right? So I can remember that Nisi was the one that defended me with this other girl. To tell you how much I can't remember this other girl, I can't remember her name, I can't remember what she looks like. But I know that she kind of worked her dad worked with my dad. They were in the same space. They were in the same industry. So my emotions protected me. So my emotions have protected me for a long time from pain, from emotional abuse, from a lot of things. Right? So I made them, they were a blanket at a time. But when I grew up and I needed to face things, my blanket now became a restriction. I was letting my emotions make decisions for me. I was letting my emotions decide who I was going to like and who I was going to date. Now, I have made a lot of mistakes when it comes to dating. I've made a lot of messes when it comes to dating. And hopefully, maybe in other episodes, we'll be able to go deep into these mistakes. But for now, I'm just going to run through some of them. I have made decisions. I'm not running through them. I'll just skim over it. Let's just skim over it. I have dated people just because I like them. I'm very picky, but even being picky, I still end up picking bad. I still end up picking bad, which is crazy, but hey, we're human. We make crazy mistakes. We make foolish mistakes. But the other thing was that even though my emotions were what I used to determine who I was going to date. I mean, if you don't like a guy, why would you date him? It was that simple for me. If I don't like you, I'm not going to date you. If you end up convincing me to date you and I realize that, okay, it's not working, I'm not really liking you, I'm going to let you go and just be like, bye-bye, right? The thing is that by the time I started growing up, and my relationship with God started blooming, I realized that my emotions can't be my God. They can't be my idol. They have to move. And the emotions do not want to even be an idol in my life. I made them an idol in my life. Now, when did I realize that my emotions were tired of me? My cousin and I were going out with this her friend, and her friend has a brother. Her brother was kind of single. I mean, okay, he was single, right? He was actually single. His relationship just ended. It was really bad. And he wasn't in a place to date. However, me and my twisted mindsets then of being attracted to wounded men. Yes, I was attracted to wounded men whose you could literally see the wound of their heart. I don't know why I was attracted to them. I don't know why I was convinced that, okay, this person, I can nurture them, I can give them love, and that love will heal them. It's a scam. If you're telling yourself that your love is going to heal somebody, you're not the Holy Spirit. It's a scam. You're scamming yourself. Stop it. Anyway, so I was really, really attracted to this guy. Like, I was so attracted to him. I was so attracted to him, my body was screaming. And I knew that I have been in so many messes that I knew that if I actually let myself fall into this, it was going to end up bad. It was going to end in tears. I knew it without a shadow of a doubt. I knew that if I got into a relationship with this guy, it was going to end in tears. But my body was so attracted to this man. It was so attracted to him. So we went out this day. They were suggesting we go to the pool. And I mean, that's a trap, going to a pool. I knew he was attracted to me. He knew that I was attracted to him. I could tell he knew that I was attracted to him. But yeah, so we were going, they were like suggesting it. I didn't say anything. All I could do was, as we were driving, I literally just prayed. I just said, Holy Spirit, you know this. Me and you know that if I let myself get into this thing, it will end in premium tears. And it is so you will come and cry too. And I'll be vexing and I'll be ranting to you. You have got to help me out of this mess that I'm about to put myself into. I have put myself into so many messes that if I tell the amount of times I've cried because of man, and I will still go back to another one and still do the same thing. So I literally made that prayer. And as I was saying that prayer, no joke, that lust, because it was lust and it was a very strong one, that lust just lifted off my body. I could feel the attraction die. I just took a deep sigh of relief. I was like, oh my God, how didn't I know this before? If I had known that I could pray this lust away, I wouldn't have made these many mistakes. I have dated I've dated a guy. I have refused to break up with a guy because of his voice. I loved his voice. I have weird things that I like. I'm not gonna lie. But this guy, I have liked the guy because of his voice. I've liked the guy before because he had this like really toned chest. My God, please let me never go into it. But anyway, I just told myself, if only I had known that I could pray these things away, I wouldn't have been in a lot of these messes. And I had to sit down myself and tell myself that you cannot keep letting your emotions make decisions for you. You have to take the reins away from your emotions. You cannot let your emotions decide how your life is going to go. You can work with your actual sense and your emotions. Yes, that can work, but not just your emotions making the decision. You cannot let your body be the one deciding who you're going to date. Just because you feel tingling when you see somebody doesn't mean you should date that person. You should know when somebody is a trap for you. You should know. You should know that if I get into a relationship with this person, we are going to hurt each other, or it's not going to last. It's just a physical attraction. You should know when it's just a physical attraction. You should even know when somebody is too serious for you. Like, this person, this one is too uncool for me. We're not going to work. You should know that. And when I got to that realization, I started rehashing the messes that I've been in, that I got myself into. And sometimes, you know how we can be so religious about stuff. And when I say religious, I mean, you would get into a mess that you put yourself in, right? For example, I get into a relationship that I was just really attracted to this guy. I was blindly attracted. My brain was not working when I saw this guy, and I knew that it's just physical attraction. It's just infatuation at its peak. But I will get into it. And then when the pain begins inside, I will now run to God and start praying. God, get me out of this relationship. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But you're already entangled with this person. You already have a soul tie with this person, and it's not going to work. It doesn't just end like that. It does not end that way. So the honest truth is, as much as it's important to be attracted to somebody, you should also have self-control. Self-control is very important. If you don't have self-control, if you don't have discipline, you're going to get into a lot of messes. I have gotten into a lot of messes because of lack of self-control. I've gotten into a lot of messes because I didn't have discipline. And I'm learning that now. And I'm happy that I'm learning that now, because now I get to tell myself, this person looks great, but I know it's not going to work. And even if you ask me, why do you think it's not going to work? I might not have an answer for you. I might tell you, I don't know, but I can feel it, that it's not going to work. And it's your choice to agree with me or not. But Shami, the other person you want to enter a relationship with, have refused. You cannot force me. You cannot literally hold my hand and drag me into a relationship with you. I already know that it's not going to work, right? I know, because I have made these mistakes, and I have known that I let myself go. I let myself make decisions based on my body, based on physical attraction, based on just lust in the eyes, all of these things. And it's not been fun, but I'm not going to lie, I don't regret most of it. Yes, I didn't say all of it, but I don't regret most of it. I'm happy that I went through some of these experiences, because it makes me have compassion for other people that I see either they've been through it or they are going through it, and I'm like, hey, this isn't gonna work. Or I can see that you've been through it, and I'll say, yeah, I know that it hurts, but it always gets better, right? It always does. Anyway, that's it for today. If you're just tuning in for the first time, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, please. Share to your friends, share to your families, share to your loved one, share to that person you want to shade. It's allowed. But make sure that you are always tuning in to botchpod.com here on our channel. I'm so happy that you're here. See you on the next one. Bye.